Morning, heathens. Say, on today's episode, good morning, heathens. Welcome to Bad Tree Productions. I'm JayBo, and today's episode I'm working on the defrost hoses. I've taken this to work a couple times early in the morning, like say 5 o'clock in the morning, and when you jump in a car, the windshield is totally fogged over. So me and my buddy, we carpool. We're basically wiping the windshield down all the way to work, so that really kind of sucks. So I figured it's time to get these damn defrosters working. I bought this kit. It was from Detroit something or other, but it consists of 2 hoses, one long one, and this is the shorter one. Of course, the longer one goes over on the driver's side, the short one goes to the passenger side, and as you can see, they hook up on the heater box here, so the long one has to go over to the driver's side, like I just said. So anyway, it's kind of a pain in the ass. A kit was like 50 bucks. I did a little bit of research like after I bought this, and it comes with a couple of hose adapters too. So as you can see, this one here is a little on the offset side, and if you look at the hose where they come together, they're kind of close together, so that offset actually spaces a hose down this way, and that's just so that they can just use this I don't know, 2-inch hose or 2.5-inch hose, whatever. But it is what it is. Previous owner had installed a smaller diameter hose on the passenger side, and then he just stuffed it up inside of the defrost duct. On the case of the driver's side, I've actually put it on the outside. So anyway, it was kind of a pain in the ass, and I ended up taking the dash kind of out so I can get my big paws kind of stuffed in there. And then what I'm doing is, if you can see, it's kind of hard to show, but there's it's a wire reinforced canvas, kind of rubber coated canvas or whatever. So the wire kind of spirals. Okay, so what you can do is if you actually turn this like counterclockwise as you're installing it, it'll have a natural tendency to kind of be loose, and it's just easier to put on if you're turning it counterclockwise. So that wire just kind of opens up a little bit more. So after about 5 minutes of me doing this, about a quarter of a turn, pushing up on it or whatever, it's actually fully seated onto the driver's side defrost vent. So it's going to work pretty good. Ideally, it would be nice if you pop this out, and there are 4 sheet metal screws. Not easy to get to, but and this shit's brittle as hell. I mean, look at it. It just looks like it's gonna break, even if I touch it. But it's nice if you can pop this out. If yours are in better condition than this, if you can pop this out and actually make your connection outside here, that way you should be able to stab it or get a zip tie on it or whatever, and make sure you can clamp it down real good. Actually, the factory had a couple, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 clips that are barbed on the inside and the outside, so you can actually stuff the hose inside, it'll grab that barb, or you can stick it on the outside, and the outside will grab the barb on the clip and then retain the hose. But I don't have those clips, so I'm going to go ahead and try to zip tie it. So anyway, hopefully it appears to be pretty tight the way it is right now, so hopefully it kind of works out, because it's really a pain in the ass to keep going back and forth inside of this dash and whatnot. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, so my turn signals actually quit working the other day, and so I found the flasher. I don't know if this is the original one, but it's a heavy-duty flasher made in the US. I imagine this dent here probably didn't help it out at all, but and I don't know why it's dented, but anyway, it's kind of a big oversized flasher. But what I did was, and that the location for this flasher, for the turn signal flasher, is like right under the glove box area here, so that's where that's at. But I replaced it with some old Sylvania one that I had downstairs in a parts box or whatever, and this actually works real well. There's a second flasher, and that's for the emergency flashers, and that's that little cube shaped flasher there, and it actually clips on the column here somewhere. So if your flashers aren't working in a 67, and they may have in later years just converted everything to just one flasher, I'm not really 100% sure about that, but anyway, on a 67 Barracuda, this is your flasher location right here, like on the column. So, and then the turn signal, like I said, is over underneath the glove box, so it's kind of tucked up underneath the dash there, so you can get to her. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll get back with you later, so stay tuned. Oh shit. Okay, so anyway, in the course of my research or whatever, I stumbled upon a video by 318 Well Run, and Blake, if you think about it and you can find it, put the link up here somewhere or whatever. Anyway, so where I'm at so far, so I got this bottom one kind of in place, and I just zip tied it. It's pretty damn tight, so I'm gonna snip that off right now. Not a big deal, but anyway, okay. So back to the 318 Well Run vid. He actually shows you how to save some dough instead of buying this $50 kit that I got from Detroit, whatever the hell it was. He used a vacuum cleaner hose, and I think it was 2.5 inch in diameter, and then it actually had you know, it had, what the hell, probably what, 10 feet of hose or whatever, and then it had also some hose adapters, and those adapters actually worked on the vents themselves, I think. Anyway, the whole thing worked out real well. So, and it was cheap. It was like 15 bucks compared to 50. So, you know, do yourself a favor, check out 318 Well Run. Excellent video on that. So anyway, back at it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to make the connection with this little hose here, if I can find it. It's tucked up in there now, but anyway, I'm gonna do that and see how I can attach it. But it seems like it's exactly the same size as the heater duct there or whatever, so it's not gonna slip over it. But I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can get one of these things here to work or whatever as kind of a union. I doubt it, but anyway, we'll check back in a little bit. All right, so I ended up using one of those rubber whatever adapters. I used the smaller one. Previous owner had installed the smaller hose. It went up inside of the vent. Okay, so anyway, I kind of use that that rubber as a coupler or like a union or whatever. And you know what? At this point, I just don't give a shit. So anyway, good enough for who it's for. All right. So that's that. So now you know what? It'll be nice because I'll be able to start this rig up in the morning, and too bad it wasn't foggy right now. We can see how it worked, but it's gonna be nice. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and rig this speedometer back up. It was we disconnected it because it was being kind of flaky, but I want to probably check the connection at the transmission itself and see if that's secured. But you know what? I don't know. Maybe I won't even do that. So screw it. We're just kind of driving by the tack right now anyway, so that's good enough. Anyway, got blinkers back, got that back. I want to get this mess here back in the dash. The radio goes here or whatever. And it's not the factory stocker, so it's that rig that Blake picked up. Oh, here, I got it right here. But yeah, it's kind of a little unit, you know. It's not a CD player, obviously, but it is Bluetooth. It's got aux on it. It actually comes in pretty decent. I think it was like 14, 15 bucks, something like that. So, but anyway, we're not going to butcher this dash up. We actually have there's like a threaded hole here, so we'll run a bolt through it and kind of attach it that way. So anyway, and the antenna cable comes through this hole and pokes in, and that it sticks in right there. And then we'll plug in the rest of the speakers and stuff, get plugged in right here. But as you can see, we've kind of had to modify this a bit, so it's kind of relatively flat, but not a bad unit. You know, it doesn't go that great with the car, but whatever. You know, in the future, I just want to get just the stock AM radio. I'll get that, and then maybe get an FM converter, maybe an FM booster, who knows. This is kind of cool though, but I wish it were not in plain view, I guess. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this shit back, and then we'll stop back and kind of recap everything. So, all right, talk to you later. All right, so before I go ahead and put the screws to this thing, I just want to make sure everything works. I checked the flasher, that works. The turn signals, they work. Well, wait a minute here. And the light's not very bright, but you can actually hear it. We got it switched to defrost, so you can see the defroster is actually working. That's nice. I like that. The driver's side is actually bigger because they want the driver's side to get defrosted first. They don't give a shit about the passenger. So, right? Anyway, that's that. So everything's working. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the screws in it and I think call it done. Oh, I gotta take care of this mess first yet. Yeah, this. Okay. All right, people. We'll be back. All right, so there we have it. It's all, she's all buttoned back up. All the screws are back in place. The dash is nice and solid again. Threw this in here. Then in this case here, we actually removed the cigarette lighter and we installed USB charger, and that's kind of nice because, you know, we've got stuff that needs to be charged. All right. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. So anyway, once again, I'd like to give 318 Well Run a shout out. Really good tips. If you've never checked the channel out before, go over and check him out. Like, you can throw a link to 318 Well Run's channel above or in the description. So anyway, until next time, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, good, bad, or ugly. All right, and we'll see you guys.